This is William Patterson University Television.
Welcome back to another episode of Room Report and happy Halloween. I'm Erika as Regina George for the day, your mean girl. And I'm also here with Johan as our cowboy and Landon as our Sherwin-Williams paint boy. And since it's Halloween, I want to talk about the most thrilling TV shows that everyone has been talking about. But be warned, there may be a few spoilers, but if you'd watch the trailers, you're fine. But let's get started. The first one is Riverdale on the CW. The finale of season 1 of Riverdale left us with numerous cliffhangers. Archie and Veronica made their relationship official. And let's not forget, Betty and Jughead declared their love for each other right before Jughead joined the Southside Serpents. But what had everybody in shock was the shooting of Fred at Pop's Diner. In season 2, teenagers are looking for justice while Archie's comic-based show takes a much darker turn. I know watching the latest episodes definitely surprised me, and I'm curious to see how darker this season 2 can really get. I mean, are you guys feeling the same? I feel like it's getting pretty dark.
I feel like it's getting a little too dark. Riverdale,
Yeah.
all I know, Archie from showing his love for Betty and Veronica, them all competing for each other. And now he's over here starting gangs, starting gang wars, out for killers. I'm like, you need to
It's not dark
calm down.
enough. I want to see more. I want to see grunge. I love it.
I think this new killer is causing Archie to be so dark. I mean, we definitely didn't see this when they were looking for Jason's killer in season 1.
No,
It's
no.
wild.
Archie was too soft to begin with. He's right at the point where he needs to be. He needs to go a little farther with it. End of the day.
No. I'm
plays
sorry. Someone has to be lighthearted. Not every dude on this show gonna be like, oh, me gonna fight
Right?
you.
Exactly.
That's not how the
That's
show
what he's
is.
doing.
That's not. Look,
Come on,
no,
last
no.
episode when he was talking about he's gonna start defending his city, his
The
town.
Red Circle.
Yeah, and then he
Good.
all these grown
Good, I'm
teenage
about
men just like shirtless and right like this.
Okay.
Like, yo,
I definitely
relax.
understand, but I mean, we do have another big brooding man, a new character. It's the return of Veronica's father, Hiram Lodge. We see him for the first time.
I'm sorry.
Great casting.
I mean,
choice.
do you think he's trying to actually make amends?
And then you got
and then we also have Tony Topaz as well. So 2 characters right there.
Yeah. And so my thing is with like Hiram Lodge coming like here, it's like once again with Veronica, every minute she walks on scene, my father did it. I know it.
Very true.
So, my father caused the bad weather. My father is the reason Archie didn't text back. I'm just
Yeah, literally. And
Yeah.
like I don't know what to believe if he's actually trying to make amends with her or not. But
He's up to something.
He's definitely
Tony
up to
Topaz
something.
lining up with Jughead. Betty's about to get a little like jealous right
yeah,
there.
I'm
Honestly,
wondering what's gonna happen with that.
I don't like Betty and Jughead as a couple.
Why?
I don't. I haven't from the start. I thought it was awkward then. I think it's awkward now. I'm glad for these new characters.
Yeah.
I'm glad things are shaking up, and I'm ready for them to break up.
Yeah, well, speaking of relationships, I mean, that's what I was wondering. Do you think that Jughead and Betty are going to stay together? Maybe Tony will come in between? And it's also making me think about Archie and Veronica's as well.
Yeah.
I mean, so much is happening. Are these relationships going to last?
The stress of her father back, and then all this, I don't know. And then he's going through some weird PTSD about his dad.
Honestly.
So it's just like all this combined, all this like creepiness. And you were actually talking about the fact that like Riverdale actually reminds you of another show.
Yeah, so Riverdale takes the Twin Peaks classic small town murder and makes it into today's world. So it's actually classic cinema storyline, classic Hollywood. And it's pretty predictable. Like back to the relationships, you know who should be together, but it's just how it gets there is the actual story. So
exactly.
That's why we feel people need to be watching this like right now.
And you know another show people definitely need me watching. I'm so for it. I'm jumping out of my seat. Is Stranger Things season 2 on Netflix. At the end of season 1, Will Byers is home safe and sound with his family, but even though he's home, it does not mean he's out of the woods, or should I say out of the upside down just yet.
I like what you did
right? As for everyone's favorite character, 11 is nowhere to be found after killing the Demogorgon. But finally, after all that waiting, we have answers. We find out how 11 escaped the upside down, and we also see how, because of Will's true sight, that he is able to still see and connect with the upside down. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but last night I binge watched the first 5 episodes, and I'm definitely watching it the rest of tonight.
Okay, you know what? First of all, I was on Instagram stories, and I was literally crying about the whole thing because I was trying to catch up, and then the whole time Winona Ryder just has me like in my emotions. I'm over here like, Will, is that you? I just saying this whole resurgence for Winona Ryder especially, it's like I'm here for a 90s icon coming back, and just this whole idea of her being like a real mother to all these kids, especially, you know, her son, Will having him back, and then him going through his own version of PTSD with the upside down, keeping flashing back in his face every moment. The kid's trying to like hang out with his friends, enjoy himself.
I know, but he can't even do that because of this new monster that he's seeing in his visions.
I'm just saying, like, as a kid, monsters were underneath my bed, not in front of my face.
I don't know. All I know is the show is on a creepy level this year, this
always
season.
on a creepy
because,
level. I mean, look at that.
More so, because the first episode, he comes up, they're in the arcade, and it goes black. I, as a kid, 11 years old, however old he is, would be running.
I would have felt
terrified.
Right
I would have done screaming for my mom. So they got guts, but it's scary.
And then we also see relationships as well. We have Nancy and Steve. I mean, I don't know if they're lasting because I feel like Jonathan is trying to get in the way. And then we also have a new character, Billy. We don't know what he's up to either.
Suspect.
There's a lot of suspect going on with all these characters.
I mean, he showed up, I didn't like him. That hairdo, for one, get out of my face. But what I enjoyed too about the, what's it called, Nancy's little boo, is that like first season he came off as sort of like this dude hanging out with the rude, mean kids, and you just thought he was just another one of these like mean guys. Like get away from Nancy, get away.
I know,
get
away from Nancy.
But
Nancy and Steve need to belong together, and that's all I'm gonna say.
You know what?
I'm gonna find out the rest tonight while watching.
Okay.
But those have been the thrilling TV shows that I know I'm obsessing over. But next up, we're gonna be judging William Patterson students on their Halloween costumes in a live version of Hot or Not.
Okay,
Stay tuned.
Ready for that? I'm ready for that.
That should be fun.